again if you just watched the previous video I made. Hi, my name is Ursula, I live in Paris and I love creating art and I especially love painting, and I want to share more about that. I started painting 2 years ago, so I thought it would be nice to share with you some tips to start if you want to start painting. I've started with watercolor, so I'm gonna start talking about that, and I will make other videos about gouache because I love gouache. That's gouache, that's gouache. Everything behind me is made with gouache, so that's, I would say, my favorite medium. But I started with watercolor and I think it's a good way to start. So if you want to try, if you have never used paint before, I think the easiest way is to start with watercolor. So I've started with this palette, which is from Dali Rooney. So it's really simple. You have this, so you can take it like this if you want. It's nice if you want to paint outside and everywhere. Here are the colors. I'm sorry it's dirty because I've used quite a bit of it. Yeah, it's really nice. I really loved using it. So you have really simple basic colors, but it's nice to start with just some colors. Easier to start with a palette because you already have different types of color, like warm colors, cold colors, and black and skin tones colors, a little bit of everything. And it's nice if you don't know what you want to paint and if you want to experiment. So I would highly recommend to start with something like that. I now also have this palette, which is from Le Géant des Beaux-Arts, which is a shop in France and in Paris where you can shop art supplies, and they have this palette which is super nice. I haven't used it a lot for now because I use a lot of gouache at the moment, but it's really, really nice. You have a bit more colors. You have 24 watercolors plus one watercolor brush and one reservoir brush pen. You have really a nice selection of color, I would say. Here you also have one brush, like classic type of brush in here. So the reservoir brush pen is this one. You have some links in the description box. So it's like this. You can put water in it and then go on your palette and paint. Really easy because you just have to press a little bit and you get water, and you can do like that. It's easy if you want to paint everywhere and paint outside, because if you use more classic brushes like this one, you need water, a little pot or cup of water. Like I've started with this one. I bought some really simple brushes to start. I think it was this one. It was a kit of brushes, 5 brushes, something like that. Different size, different tips, as you can see. So it's nice to have different sizes and different types of brushes to start, but really I would say buy the cheapest, because you don't know if you would like watercolor, you don't know if you would like these brushes, and they're actually pretty good even when they are cheap to start, because you don't really know the difference. And you can then buy more expensive brushes and you can know what you want to buy, because maybe you want bigger brushes like this one, or maybe thinner brushes like this one, or maybe more brushes like this one. Experiment first before buying more expensive brushes. If you have any advice, please leave them below, because maybe I forgot some things, or maybe you have some great tips or advice to share with us, so please feel free to leave them below. When I do paint with watercolor, I love to use graphite pen, I think you say, crayon, a really basic one, because I think it's easier to start drawing and then add colors. I just like to do that when I want something really defined and precise. but of course it's up to you. The nice thing with like classic graphite crayon is that then you can erase the crayon, the lines and everything. You will only get the color, the pen colors on the paper, so that's also something to know and maybe something to experiment with. I have this one that is pretty nice. It's the water-based varnish from Faber-Castell, the 8B. What is nice with this one is that it's almost like watercolor in a crayon. So if you use water on it, it will become paint. So it's really nice if you want to draw something and then try to blend it and try to use the color of the crayon. You can also buy watercolor crayons. Yeah, I have some of them upstairs. I forgot to take them, but they are like this one, also from Faber-Castell. So I'll try to put links for you in the description box. And you can also use water on it. So if you don't want to start with paint, but you want to see how you can use color and have something that looks like paint, you can also use crayons, watercolor crayons or water-based crayons. I would also recommend you to buy some really nice pen. I have these ones that I really love. The black one and the blue actually are from Muji. These are my favorite pen to draw with and outline my drawings, and they are really thin, 0.25 millimeters, really thin. And I also love the blue one. At the moment I don't like using black as much as I like using blue, but yeah, it's up to you and you can try both if you want. And I also have a white pen that is from Uniball Signo. It's a little bit thicker, but I usually use it on the paint because you have a white here, but it's very rare actually to find that. With my first palette I didn't have white, you can see, so I wanted something to add some touches of light, and a white pen is really nice and easy to do that. Or you can also use gouache to add some touches of light, like some white, but I'll talk about gouache in another video. So I think that's all. Oh no, of course, I forgot to talk about paper. You can buy single paper, cold press paper, or even hot press paper. Hot press paper is smoother than cold press, but honestly I think the easiest way to start is to buy a sketchbook, because you can then see your improvements. You don't need to buy new paper every time you want to paint. I think it's easier. So I've started with this one. I've already done a sketchbook tour on my friend channel. I think it was 2 years ago, but maybe I will do another video here for you. So yeah, it was the very beginning of my journey. So maybe I will show you something really quick. I made this one with watercolor and black pen, and you can see the pages are not really white but like a cream color. The paper is a little bit thicker than regular paper, so it's nice for watercolor and also gouache because you use water, so you need something that will support the water. This one is the Moleskine. I will put you the link in the description box, but it's a really classic sketchbook from Moleskine. I have a new one. This is the newest for me. And this is my old one that I finished in July 2018. I would highly recommend this one. It's really nice and simple. You can also draw on it, and you can also buy watercolor sketchbooks. The paper is usually thicker, but I think this one is really nice and fine to start. I also have black paper, and you can also buy sketchbooks with black paper if you want to try and paint on black. I love painting on black, but I think it's not ideal for watercolor. It's better for gouache, so I will talk about it in another video. And you also have color paper or sketchbook, but I think that's also better for gouache or drawing. I think it's better to start on white paper, but again, it's up to you. Do whatever you want, experiment and have fun. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Let me know if you have any advice or tips to share with us. And please subscribe, and I hope to see you soon in a new video. Bye!